Hi, I'm Graham. Welcome back to Man vs Film, and today I am moving on with part 3 of my Hammer Volume 3 set. This is 4 movies, all blind watches, things I've never seen before. Some of them I haven't even heard before, and today's movie is The Camp on Blood Island, a World War II movie, which is unusual for Hammer. For me, I mainly know Hammer from their horror output, but I was interested to check this one out, partially because it's part of the set, partially because, like I said, it's not something I've experienced Hammer dealing with before. And this is a more ensemble kind of movie, and it's based around a prisoner of war camp on an island off Japan. Now, it's similar to things that I've seen before, but there is a very interesting twist on the story that we have here. We have this person that runs the camp who is, dismissive of all the soldiers there. They're just people that are in his way. He would quite happily kill them all if he could possibly get away with it. And he's threatened to do so several times to the leader of the prisoner of war camp. If Japan loses the war, he's just going to kill everybody and burn the camps to the ground. It's just a threat that comes along with just the sheer sadism of some of the guards that we have in this. They're torturing people just for the sake of bringing their morale down, destroying them, just decimating them as people. And we get introduced to most of the sort of main characters within this camp, and we find out that there's a female camp a little bit later on in the island as well, where some of the soldiers' wives are staying. And then maybe about 15-20 minutes in, and this is a slight spoiler if you haven't seen it before, but it adds a nice neat twist to the movie, and it does come fairly on in the movie as well. We find out that the leader of the Japanese camp is irate because things have been going on at night when they all should be locked down within their cabins. Radios have been destroyed, mail has been destroyed, a set of things been just sabotaged throughout the camp. And we discover that the prisoners have found out that Japan has surrendered, that they've lost the war. But they know that if the leader of this camp finds out, they're all dead. So they're living with a death sentence over their head, wondering how they're going to get the hell out of this. And they're kind of stuck. They should be happy because the war is over, but they're in a catch-22. If the Japanese in the island find out about it, they're dead. And they're trying to devise a plan of how they can escape, how they can get away, how they can stop this soldier, this leader of torturous men, of finding out. And it's wonderfully done. There is some real sense of destruction and decimation of the souls of the soldiers. They've been waiting a year, they get all these letters from loved ones. It's a little bit of contact with the outside world, how they can see how things are going on. It's just something that they can, a little bit of hope they can catch on to. And this guy makes them all stand up and makes one of them go and throw a match in amongst all their mail, just destroying all their hopes and dreams. And it's that kind of psychological torture that they put onto these people. And it's all about how some of them almost break, how some of them sort of fight a little bit harder, how some of them become resigned to the inevitable. And there is some tense moments. There is a moment where they're starting to get the radio back up and running, and one of the guys has to sneak out of his cabin, somehow get there and disable that radio before they can use it and find out what's happened. And there's soldiers paroling around, and it's a really tense and fun and exciting sequence. There is car chases later on, there is fights, there is escapes, and a really short movie which is well under 90 minutes. I think it was just over 80 actually, and 81, 82 minutes, round about that kind of time limit, and it just mashes so much into that time. It is just fantastic. I had so much fun with The Camp on Blood Island. I had a whole lot of fun with The Camp on Blood Island. It was one that I wasn't sure that I was going to love as much as I did. It's definitely one of the more standout discs on this because of probably the ensemble, because of the amount of characters that we have here. And we have Pierre Morel, who is in cash in demand as a sort of leader of the prisoners of war here. And there's just so many nice actors in that going on here. It's a nice layered piece. It's a nice action-centric piece. It's got some tense and suspenseful moments. And again, it's one of these movies that I really did enjoy. Still, I've not found anything in this box set that I can rave about one that I absolutely loved that I'll hold up as the champion as yet, I've got one more movie to check out. That's Yesterday's Enemy, and that'll be the next review in this set, the Indicator box set. If you've seen this movie, I would love to know what you thought about it, or just anything in general that Hammer did that was similar to this, and I'll see you next time on Man vs Film.